Imagine a corner of the cosmos where the laws of physics have grown tired. This is Aelirian, a planet glowing with its own violet light, fueled by every forgotten memory of the universe's lost heartbeats. Evaporated oceans, the first word a child ever spoke. The mountains here are made of lithos glass, a stone that remembers the warmth of hands from eons ago. The rivers hum at 40 hertz, the frequency of a deep, dreamless sleep. For 10 billion years, there was only Kaelthyr. He wasn't a being, not really. He was a system, the guardian, his armor a weave of gravitational waves. He recorded the spin of every electron, the decay of every atom. He never felt cold or lonely, because loneliness requires the memory of company. To him, the birth and death of stars were just data points in a vast, silent library. It was a perfect, orderly existence. Until the night the data glitched. The sky over Illyrian tore like silk. A rift of bleeding white light opened, and something with will, something chaotic, tumbled through. It crashed into the plains of still glass, sending a ripple of pure sensation through the planet's consciousness. Kaelthyr found her there, Aelir. She wore a scorched flight suit, her hair the color of a dying ember, her skin a fragile, translucent white. She coughed a violent, wet sound that was the loudest thing Kaelthyr had ever heard. "Am I alive?" she whispered, her voice cracking. Kaelthyr's own voice resonated from the very air around her. "Your heart is beating at 42 beats per minute. By this world's memory, yes, for now." Aelir let out a weak, sputtering laugh. "Leave it to an angel to talk like a doctor." "I am no angel," Kaelthyr replied, his tone as flat as the horizon. "I am the guardian. You are an anomaly, an error. You are introducing noise into a silent system." "Sorry," she murmured, her eyes drifting closed. "I've always been a bit loud." As Aelir recovered, she began to explore. She touched the crystal trees that chimed with forgotten songs. She tasted the liquid light of the rivers, and Kaelthyr followed her, a silent, efficient statue, observing, recording. "Is that why you're so stiff?" she asked him one evening, watching the twin moons dance. "Because you're a librarian for ghosts?" "I am functioning at peak efficiency," Kaelthyr responded. "That's the problem, Kael," she said, and the nickname she gave him felt like a surge of electricity in his very being. "Efficiency is boring, life is messy. Life is looking at those moons and wondering if they're jealous of one another. It's about feeling things, not just recording them." She reached out and placed her hand on his gauntlet. Kaelthyr's armor flared a panicked, bright orange. "What are you doing?" "This is an illogical interaction." "I'm holding your hand," she said softly, her voice a stark contrast to his alarm. "It's what people do when the world feels too big. It makes the big feel small enough to handle." "It is inefficient," Kaelthyr whispered. But for the first time in 10 billion years, he did not pull away. His systems registered the warmth, the pressure, the sudden, inexplicable drop in his own operational efficiency. And for the first time, he didn't care. The planet began to mirror Aelira. The auroras over Illyrian turned a soft pink whenever she laughed. The rivers flowed faster when she told stories of her home, of rain on hot asphalt and the smell of baking bread. Illyrian, the cosmic hard drive, was learning to feel, but there was a cost. A finite being cannot occupy an infinite world without destruction. The lithos glass mountains began to show fine cracks. The violet glow of the planet dimmed. Illyrian was burning its own eternity just to accommodate her brief, beautiful mortality. "The system is failing," Kaelthyr said one day, and his voice trembled, a new variable he couldn't control. "To keep you alive, the planet is consuming itself. It's rewriting its own source code." Aelira looked at her hands, which now glowed with a faint light. She was becoming a memory before she was even gone. "Then I have to leave," she said, her own voice breaking. "I won't be the one who destroys you." "There's nowhere to go," Kaelthyr said. But in that moment, logic gave way to something new. The planet needed a stabilizer, a balance. He saw the only solution. I am the anchor of this eternity. If I sever that link, if I become like you, the energy will balance. I have lived for 10 billion years, but I haven't been alive for a single second of it. I would rather have 30 years of noise with you than an eternity of silence. I am choosing to be a story instead of a fact. He reached into his chest, into the core of his being, and pulled. The sound was like 1,000 violins snapping at once. His armor, the weave of gravitational waves and starlight, dissolved into shimmering dust. Kaelthyr, the guardian, the system, fell to his knees, no longer a god, but a man. He felt the cold air on his skin for the first time, the ache in his joints, and he felt his heart a single, lonely drum beating a frantic rhythm. Thump, 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 thump. It hurts, he gasped, overwhelmed by the sudden flood of sensation. Yes, Aelir said, laughing through her tears as she knelt beside him. That's how you know you're real. They lived for 42 years. In the grand cosmic timeline, it was less than a rounding error. But in their small world, it was everything. They built a home of glass wood and gardened in the glowing soil. Kaelthyr watched Aelir's hair turn from the color of ember to the color of silver, finding a profound beauty in the lines that formed around her eyes. Every wrinkle is a map of our time together, he told her once, tracing them with his finger. One quiet evening, as the violet sky deepened, Kaelthyr's heart, a machine not built for mortality, began to slow. Aelir sat beside him, holding his hand, just as she had all those years ago. Are you afraid? She whispered. No, Kaelthyr whispered back, his voice weak but clear. I remember the taste of the light from the rivers and the sound of your laugh. The universe is so big and so cold, Aelira. But we were a small story, and small stories are the only ones that matter. The stars will keep burning, but they'll ever know what it feels like to love someone so much that you'd be willing to stop. Thank you. For the noise, Kaelthyr closed his eyes, and the entire planet of Illyrian gave a long, low hum of grief, a sound that echoed through the cosmos. Aelira lived for 3 more years. When she passed, the planet wrapped them both in violet mists, turning their small home into twin peaks of lithos glass, standing side by side forever. Today, Illyrian is no longer silent. The wind that blows through the twin mountains sounds like a woman humming a soft tune. The rivers flow not at 40 hertz, but to the gentle, steady rhythm of a human heartbeat. The stars finally learned that point of existing isn't to last forever. It is to burn so brightly for someone else that the darkness finally understands why it exists. You, listening to this, you are a small story. Your heartbeat is the noise that makes the silence of the universe beautiful. You are fragile, you are temporary, and that is exactly why you are so precious. Let the big world with all its demands and worries wait. Tonight, just be small, just be held. The stars are watching, and they are learning from you. Thank you for listening.